Hi, this is Agent Eleets with Sword and Steel, and today I have an entirely new bunch of equipment for you to use on the field. Together I call it Feast of Bones. Alright, let's open the Feast of Bones. So, the box contains a 40-page Feast of Bones book, Warhammer Age of Sigmar core rules booklet, token sheet and 8 Warscroll cards. It also includes 26 miniatures. The Ossiarch Deathreapers have 1 Ogor Mawtribes, Master of the Bone Type, 10 Mortec Guard, 3 Necropolis Stalkers, and 2 Ossiarch. And in the Gutbuster side is 1 Tyrant, 6 Ogor Gluttons, 2 Lead Belchers, and 1 Iron Blaster. Oh my goodness, there are so many screws in here. Alright, bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 pieces. Our poster of the box art. And Tyrant, Necropolis Stalkers, Ogor Gluttons, Ossiarch, Mortec Guard, Warscroll, and Iron Blaster, and Lead Belchers. Assembly guide. Wow. Look at those guys. Impressive. Wow. Shows which bases are for what, which is nice. Okay. Looks like one fellow can have a halberd, I guess, versus 2 blades. Yes, Spirit Halberd versus Spirit Swords. It's just the different chest pieces. Okay, looks like you can have Spirit Blades and Netherite Daggers or Dread Falcons. Lots of different heads you'll get to choose from. Looks like all of their armor is a little bit varied, so you're not looking at the exact same model. A bunch of different orientations for their arms. It looks like you can choose netherite blades or netherite spears. Lots of variety. A tribal banner bearer or a beast skull bearer. Bunch of different heads. Looks like there's lots of flexibility about how you put them together. What head goes where and all that. Wow, what a neat thing. Oh my gosh, look at that gun. I imagine that does some nasty damage. Wow. I am excited to read what that's like. A variety of different spikes to choose from. And on the back is the paint scheme if you wanted to follow how they did it. Okay. Oh, tokens. How nice. Core rules. Nice tokens. Alright, so we got two double-sided 9-inch rulers, some kind of tokens that I'm not familiar with, but it looks like it's, oh, they might be objective tokens. We've got command point tokens and various probably command traits. And here in this book, I assume we have lore. Yeah, about what the Feast of Bones is. Lore behind who the Ossiarch Bone Reapers and Gutbusters are. Shows you what each of the different models are. Wow, look at that guy. I am so excited to see what that does. Death and Destruction. The following rules can be used for battles fought in the endless boneyard of Halos, located in the prime innards of Shaish, the realm of death. Okay. Some battle plans. Well, that's nice. We have battle plans for brand new people to play, and then we've got Warscrolls. Okay, so a Warscroll, or sorry, not Warscrolls, a battalion. And this battalion has everything that you got on the skeleton side, and it gives them at the start of your hero phase. You can pick one unit from this battalion within 8 inches of Bach Mortion from the same battalion. Return one slain model to the unit. Nice. Okay, cool. 8 inches. Okay, so he wants to be near some of the dudes, which I guess would help protect him against ranged weapons anyway. And they just keep coming back. Every time. There's no rule for it. They just come back. Keep them within range of one of these. Yep, any of them. So keep them in range of your units and they just come back. Wow, that's nasty. Alright, what is their Warscroll Battalion ability? You can reroll charge rolls for units from this battalion while they are wholly within 12 inches of the Tyrant from the same battalion. Reroll charge rolls. Okay. Yeah, no, between the two of them, that one seems more powerful, but they could be really nasty in combat. They probably are, so I guess that's pretty powerful too. There's the okay, so this book, you've got the cards separately, and you also have the book with all of the different war scrolls in it. Okay. Now, before we get to the war scrolls, I just want to have a quick glance at all of these. There's 14 of them, so just a fun little quick glance at these. Look at those muscles. I don't know about you, but for the most part, I really enjoy looking at the faces. Games Workshop is great for making interesting faces. Not necessarily pleasant looking, but interesting. I like him. Oh my goodness. I see feet. Wow. Little barrels. Look at those cute little guys. Wow. The size of that weapon suggests that it's going to do an awful lot. Guess we'll find out. Oh my goodness. It looks like there's a whole bunch of grots climbing on this thing. Cute. On the big engine of some kind. What is it? Ah, an iron blaster. Wow. Look at that, how intricate that is. The detail that goes into these models. Look at that wood grain. That's going to be so nice to paint up. Alright, I am impressed with all the details. Oh, bellies. Muscles. Nice. I like those weapons. They look like they do work. Simple, but very effective. Particularly in the hands of someone with that much muscle on their arm. Apparently this is what gladiators would have actually looked like. Oh, we got two of the same. Neat, we do. Huh? Three of the same. Four of the same. Oh, this guy must be pretty special. Wow, okay, so he's the one who... Look at that. Look at the size of that. Okay, so... Yeah, like... A Stormcast Eternal probably stands out that tall. And that one's... Oh my gosh. Wow. Nice boots. And belly plate. Cool cloak. Ooh, a bear trap. Neat. Oh my gosh, I don't know which is my favorite. I really like this guy too. And that guy. Oh, they have such character. I wonder what you're doing. Alright. Now, skeletons. There are so many bits and bobs that it is hard to tell. Oh my gosh. Those are arms? Wow, spiky. Huh. They are very angry looking bunch of skeletons. Interesting details on the arm. A face on the arm. Ooh, nice weapons. Oh my gosh, so much spine. These guys are so spiny. Literally, very spiny. Spines on their arms. Spines on their legs. Spines that are just spines. Do they have spines on their heads? No, not yet. Oh my gosh. Never mind. Wow. Spines on their ribs. Spines on their weapons. I bet these take the contrast paints really well. All these spines. Probably make for great shadows and highlights within all these spines. You have to be a little bit gentle. Pay attention. But probably come out pretty straightforward. There's so many tiny little bits and bobs here. Look at that random thing and that random thing. Neat. Oh my goodness, there's so many spines. Oh, look at those wings. Alright, for any of you who don't like to use hobby cutters yet, if you're going to cut off these wings, please don't use a knife, use hobby cutters. The knife creates enough, I found, early on, that the knife created enough movement that you could break off these slender little wings. And the hobby cutter is much kinder and gives you a lot more control. So don't use a knife, use a hobby cutter. Look at these wings. They're so fiddly, but they'd be so awesome. I wouldn't want them to be broken because you used something other than a hobby cutter. That'll do most things. Yeah, but these ones are even better because they're thinner. Got so much control. cool looking. Look at that. Mound o' Skulls. Ooh. Two Mounds o' Skulls. Look at all the pieces that go to this guy. Well, these two guys, I think. There's the other one. Oh my gosh, look. Spectres. Neat. And this one too. Look at those specters. Wow, cool. Did I miss that before? Oh, I totally did. Okay, so both of them have specters. And look! This specter even has a sword. That sounds nasty. Cool. And this little guy. What is going on with his head? He's got long spines that look kind of like fingers coming out of his head. Neat. Huh. Ah. The heads of foes. Of course. Where's his head? Is that his head? Wow. Look. His staff has spines. Cool. Very neat. There, we went through all of those. That was fun. Now, let's go through the Warscrolls. Alright, so the leader of the Gutbusters, the Tyrant. He has... Oh, I wonder how much he costs. Did it say here somewhere? No. Well, I'll figure that out. Anyway. He has 8 wounds, move 6, 4+ save, 8 bravery, so that's pretty good. He has missile weapons, Ogor pistols, range of 12, 2 attacks, 4+ to hits, 3+ to wound, rend -1, and D3 damage. Not bad. He's got melee weapons, 3 of them. Cool. And they're all 3+ to wound and 3+ to hit. Not bad at all. So he's got a Beast Skewer Glaive, which is a 3-inch range, 2 attacks, a 3+3+, rend -1, D3 damage, a Thunder Mace with 3 attacks, 1-inch range, 3+3+, and rend 2 with 3 damage, 3 attacks, rend -2, 3 damage, and a 3+3+. That's not bad at all. Oh, I suppose you probably can choose one or the other. A Tyrant is a single model armed with a Beast Skewer Glaive, Thunder Mace, Gulping Bite, and Ogor pistols. Never mind, he has all of them. His Gulping Bite... Look at his face. You could see it. Yeah, you could see him biting the face off of someone. Alright. 1 attack, 3+3+, no rend, and 1 damage. Just for funsies. It looks like his Beast Skewer Glaive has an additional ability if the unmodified hit roll for an attack made with a Beast Skewer Glaive that targets a hero or monster is 6. The Beast Skewer Glaive has a damage characteristic of D6 instead of D3. Cool. Big name. When you select this unit to be part of your army, you can choose or roll one of the following big names to apply to this model. Record this information on a piece of paper. Okay. Death Cheater. This model has wounds characteristic of 9 instead of 8, okay. Brawler Guts. You can add 1 to wound rolls for attacks made by this model if it made a charge move in the same turn. Okay, well that would actually be pretty nasty. If you wound on 2 pluses instead of 3 plus, that could be pretty nasty. Fate Seeker. This model has a save characteristic of 3 plus instead of 4 plus. Long Strider. This model has a move characteristic of 8 inches instead of 6. Giant Breaker. Add 1 to the damage inflicted by this model's weapons when they are used for an attack that targets a monster. And Wall Crusher. You can reroll 1 wound roll for one attack made with 1 melee weapon each time this model attacks. In addition, you can reroll wound rolls for attacks made with melee weapons by this model that target a unit that is part of a garrison. I'm not sure, but out of all of these guys, I feel like this one, the Brawler Guts, just wounding on 2 plus instead of 3 plus, he's got 6 different attacks. So wounding on 2 plus instead of 3 plus, with that rend, that feels like you'd be doing the most damage, but I'm not sure. Contemplate it. Thunder Mace. If the unmodified hit roll for an attack made with the Thunder Mace is 6, that attack inflicts 1 mortal wound in addition to any normal damage. So this is the Thunder Mace. Yeah. If the another reason. Oh well, it's a hit roll of 6. So I guess, well, that would be a good reason to want to wound more often, because you get a 6 on the hit roll, and 2 plus on a wound roll means that versus a hero or monster, it'd be d6 damage pretty nicely. Anyway, that attack inflicts 1 mortal wound in addition to any normal damage if the target unit has more than 3 models on an unmodified 6. That attack inflicts d3 mortal wounds instead of 1. Nasty. Wow. So it's really interesting. He can be good for both against heroes and monsters, which is probably where you throw him, but also against larger units. You know, only if you get a 6. So you might choose Giant Breaker if you were really planning on setting him to a monster. Add 1 to the damage inflicted. Still, you're more likely to get damaged, to be able to get damage in if you can hit and wound. Anyway, Bully of the First Degree. You can use this command ability in your hero phase if you do pick 1 friendly Gutbusters unit within 3 inches of a friendly model with this command ability. That unit suffers d3 mortal wounds, but you do not have to take battle shock tests for that unit for the rest of the battle. I guess that could be handy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many guys get. It doesn't look like their guys are particularly numerous. But hey, if you had lost 3 guys, and these guys look that like they're definitely multiple wounds at the same time. If you lost 3 guys and 1d3 on another one would save the model, I could see it. All depending. It's nice to have it even if you don't need to use it. On the other hand, you can use this command ability in your hero phase. If you do so, pick 1 friendly Gutbusters unit within 3 inches of a friendly model with this command ability. That unit suffers d3 mortal wounds, but you do not have to take battle shock tests for that unit for the rest of the battle. Oh, the rest of the battle. Okay. I did not read that correctly the first time. I see how you would want to do that. Yeah, that's neat. Okay. Ogor Gluttons. Alright, they are 4 wounds each, move 6, 5+ to save, 6 bravery. I see they're not that brave. 6, yeah, the bravery isn't that good, so probably would be useful to do that. Interesting. Alright, they have a unit of Ogor Gluttons, has any number of models. The unit is armed with a gulping bite and one of the following weapons options: club or braid and iron fist, or pair of clubs or blades. Club or blade and iron fist, or paired clubs or blades. Okay? So clubs or blades have 1 inch range, 3 attacks, 3+, and 2 damage, standard. And the gulping bite has the same as the other ones: 1 attack, 3+, no rend, and 1 damage. Quite straightforward. Let's see. Yeah, let's just go right to here. If you choose paired clubs or blades, if the unmodified hit roll for an attack made with paired clubs or blades is 6, that attack inflicts 2 hits on the target instead of 1. Make a wound and save roll for each hit. Okay, and on the other hand, if you chose to go with the iron fist, if the unmodified save roll for an attack made with a melee weapon that targets a unit armed with iron fist is 6, the attack unit suffers 1 mortal wound after all of its attacks have been resolved. Interesting. Interesting difference. I'm not certain which I would choose. Crusher. 1 model in this unit can be a crusher. Add 1 to the attack's characteristic of that model's clubs or blades. Bellower. 1 in every 6 models in this unit can be a bellower. Subtract 1 from the bravery characteristic of enemy units while they're within 6 inches of any bellowers. And standard bearer. 1 in every 6 models in this unit can be a beast skull bearer. And 1 in every 6 models in this unit can be a tribal banner bearer. Oh. Beast Skull Bearer. You can reroll charge rolls for this unit while it includes any Beast Skull Bearers. Tribal Banner Bearers. Add 1 to the bravery characteristic of this unit while it includes any Tribal Banner Bearers. And Lookout Grot. Lookout Grot. Any Tribal Banner Bearers in this unit can have a Lookout Grot. Roll a dice each time you allocate a wound inflicted by a missile weapon to a unit that includes any Lookout Grots. On a 6, that wound is negated. Neat. So, you definitely want to take a tribal banner. And, I mean, why not take the Beast Skull Bearer? Really? Not. And then you get a Lookout Grot, so you always want to have a Lookout Grot. I suppose once the tribal banner bearer dies, you lose the Lookout Grot. Neat. Okay, something to consider. Iron Blaster. Oh, it's the big nasty thing. I'm excited. Alright, so it has a movement of 7 and 9 wounds with 4+ save and 6 bravery. The Iron Blaster Cannon. Hold on. An Iron Blaster is a single model armed with an Iron Blaster Cannon, Gunner's Clubber, Rhinox's Sharp Horns, and Scrapper's Jagged Blade. Okay, so Iron Blaster Cannon, Cannonball, 24-inch range, 1 attack, 4+ to hit, 2+ to wound, rend -2, d6 damage. Nice. And the Iron Blaster Cannon's Hail Shot, 12-inch, is range, 6 attacks, 3+ to wound, 3+ to hit. 3+ to hit, 3+ to wound, rend -1, and 1 damage. That's nice. It also has melee weapons. The Gunner's Clubber, which is 3 attacks, 3+ to hit, 3+ to wound, no rend, and 2 damage. The Rhinox Sharp Horns, 2 attacks, 4+ to wound, 4+ to hit, 3+ to wound, rend -1, and d6 damage. And the Scrapper's Jagged Blade, 2 attacks, 5+ to wound, 5+ to hit. Why do I keep saying that backwards? 5+ to hit, 5+ to wound, no rend, and 1 damage. It's a nice model. What else does it do? Lethal payload. Before attacking with an iron blast cannon, choose either the cannonball or hail shot missile weapon's characteristics for that shooting attack. I thought that might be the case. But, you know, you've got either 24-inch range or 12-inch range, so long range, short range. Yeah, generally speaking. Well, I guess you get to decide whichever you want. Rhinox Charge. Add 1 to the damage inflicted by attacks made with this model's Rhinox Sharp Horns if this model made a charge move in the same turn. Nice. It already does D3, so it'd be D3 plus 1 damage. Nasty. Alright. Lead Belchers. 4 wounds each, 6-inch move, 5 plus save, 6 bravery. They have a unit of lead belchers has any number of models, each armed with a lead belcher gun, bludgeoning blows, and gulping bite. So the lead belcher gun has a 12-inch range, D3 attacks, 4 plus to hit, 3 plus to wound, rend -1, 1 damage. The bludgeoning blow is 2 attacks, 3 plus to hit, 3 plus to wound, rend -1, 2 damage, and the gulping bite is as before. 1 attack, 3 plus to hit, 3 plus to wound, and 1 damage, no rend. The unit's lead belcher guns have an attack characteristic. The unit's lead belcher guns have an attack characteristic of D6 instead of D3 if this unit did not make a move in the same turn. Interesting. D6. Nice. So choose a spot and keep them there, but the range is only 12. I guess you just have to really think on it. You can shoot into combat, so maybe you'll just stay right out of combat and make a real big nuisance of yourself. Alright, Warscroll or Warscroll, Master of the Blown type. 6 wounds, 5 movement, 5 plus save, 10 bravery. Warscroll, Master of the Bone type, is a named character that is a single model. He is armed with the Staff of Retribution and the Gaze of Death. So, his Gaze of Death is 12-inch range, 1 attack, 3 plus to hit, 2 plus to wound, rend -1, D3 damage. Okay? His Staff of Retribution is 2-inch range, 2 attacks, 3 plus to hit, 3 plus to wound, rend -1, D3 damage. So for a little character, he's pretty good here. Let's see what else he has. Contract of Nagesh. At the start of the combat phase, roll a dice. On a 5+, you can pick 1 enemy model within 3 inches of Warscroll. That enemy model cannot attack Warscroll in that. Well, that is. Oh, wait. 1 enemy model within 3 inches. But that's pretty cool if they bring in their big nasty guy and you say, no, don't forget this one. This seems important. Don't forget it at the beginning of your combat phase. Grim Warnings. Subtract 1 from the bravery characteristic of enemy units while they are within 12 inches of this model, and subtract 1 from unbinding rolls for wizards attempting to unbind a spell cast by this model. Oh, neat. If an enemy general is slain within 3 inches of this model, for the rest of the battle subtract 2 from the bravery of enemy units within 12 inches of this model instead of 1, and subtract 2 from unbinding rolls for wizards attempting to unbind a spell cast by this model instead of 1. Warscroll is a wizard. He can attempt to cast 2 spells in your hero phase and attempt to unbind 2 spells. He knows Arcane Bolt, Mystic Shield, and the Mortal Touch spells. Mortal Touch. Mortal Touch has a casting value of 8. Nasty. If successfully cast, pick 1 enemy model within 1 inch of the caster that is visible to them and roll a dice. On a 5+, that model is slain. The range of this spell cannot be modified. Good. Okay, so he goes into combat with them. And on a 5+, the model is slain. I guess that makes sense why the casting value is so darn hard. Is there any way to increase Reduce casting values in this army, I wonder. Nasty! Mortec Guard. 1 wound each. 4 movement, pretty slow. 4 movement, 4+ save, and 10 bravery. A unit of Mortec Guard has any number of units, models. It looks like 10 models is the standard. The unit is armed with one of the following weapon options. Netherite Blade and Shield, or Netherite Spear and Shield. 1 in every 10 models can replace the unit's weapon option with a Soul Cleaver Great Blade. Cool. Necrophoros. 1 in every 10 models in this unit can be a Necrophoros. Add 1 to run and charge rolls for a unit that includes any Necrophoroi. Nice. Alright, if they choose Netherite Blades, then you have 2 attacks, 3+ to hit, 4+ to wound, rend -1, 1 damage, versus a Netherite Spear, which is 2-inch range, 2 attacks, 3+ to hit, 4+ to wound, no rend, 1 damage. So the difference between is rend and 2-inch range. Rend's really nice, but 2-inch range means that you can pile in and get a lot more guys in there. So I'm not certain which one. I mean, having played Dryads, I know how nice 2-inch range is for a large unit. It really adds up. But Rend is awfully nice too. And the Soul Cleaver Great Blade, 2 attacks, 3+ to hit, 3+ to wound, rend -1, 1 damage. Now, Mortec Hecatos. 1 model in this unit can be a Mortec Hecatos. Add 1 to the attack's characteristic of that model's melee weapon. Okay, and Netherite Weapons. If the unmodified hit roll for an attack made with this unit's Netherite Blades or Netherite Spears is 6, that attack scores 2 hits on the target instead of 1. Make a wound and save roll for each hit. So that's nice. Just has that innately in there. Shield Wall, cool. You can use this command ability at the start of the combat phase. If you do so, pick 1 friendly unit of Mortec Guard that has a Mortec Hecatos. You can reroll save rolls for attacks that target that unit until the end of that combat phase. Nice. Vok Morshan, Master of the Bone Tith, is the voice of Nagashazar. Neat. Necropolis Stalkers. 4 wounds each, 6-inch movement, 4+ save, 10 bravery. A unit of Necropolis Stalkers has any number of models, each armed with spirit blades and netherite daggers. 1 in every 3 models can replace their spirit blades and netherite daggers with dread falcons. Okay. So the spirit and blade... The spirit blades and netherite daggers do 5 attacks, 3+ to hit, 3+ to wound, rend -1 and 1 damage. So that's pretty nice by itself. But you can turn it to dread, does it say? Can replace. So you don't have to. But this is set probably does it. We'll see. Dread Falcons, 1-inch range, 3 attacks, 4+ to hit, 3+ to wound, rend -2, 2 damage. So that is nice though, with every 3 models. I imagine they come in groups of 3 then. 3 attacks versus 5 attacks. 4+ to hit versus 3+ to hit. But rend -2 and 2 damage. That is nice. Quadric Aspects. At the start of each combat phase. That's 2 things you have to remember in the combat phase in this army. At the start of each combat phase, you must pick 1 of the following aspects for this unit. The rule for that aspect applies to this unit until the end of that phase. Blade Strike Aspect. You can reroll hit rolls for attacks made by this unit. Well, that makes that a lot more powerful. Blade Parry Aspect. You can reroll save rolls for attacks that target this unit. Destroyer Aspect. You can reroll wound rolls for attacks made by this unit. And Precision Aspect, improve the rend and damage characteristics of this unit's melee weapons by 1. Neat. Wow, rend and damage. Oh my gosh, what do you choose? I guess it really depends. That is neat. Hunt and kill. It's like the Secretors, Stormcast Eternal Secretors, but better. Hunt and kill. You can use this command ability at the start of your hero phase. If you do, pick one friendly unit of Necropolis Stalkers. You can reroll run and charge rolls for that unit until your next hero phase. In addition, until your next hero phase, when that unit makes a move, it can pass across terrain features in the same manner as a model that can fly. Wow. Wow, these guys are nasty. Stay away from them in combat. Last one, Morghast Archive. 6 wounds, 9-inch movement, nice, 4+ save, and 10 bravery. A unit of Morghast Archive has any number of models. This unit is armed with one of the following weapon options: Spirit Halberd or Spirit Sword. This unit can fly. Spirit Halberd, 2-inch range, 3 attacks, 3 hit plus to hit, 3 plus to wound, rend -2, 3 damage. That's nasty. Spirit Swords, 1-inch range, 5 attacks, 3 plus to hit, 3 plus to wound, rend -1, and 2 damage. I'd choose the Spirit Halberd at this time. Less attacks, but so much damage, and the range is nice. Alright, Heralds of the Accursed One. Subtract 1 from the bravery characteristic of enemy units while they are within 6 inches of any friendly Morghast. Lots of subtracting from bravery things to remember for when people are doing Battle Shock. Ebon Wrought Armor. Each time you allocate a mortal wound to this unit, roll a dice. On a 5+, that mortal wound is negated. Nasty. And lastly, we've got Pitched Battle Profiles. These are the two, so the Warscroll battalions, if you want to add them, cost 120 each. And it says that the Pitched Battle Profiles for the other guys here are in the battle tomes for the 2 different armies, which we'll be looking at after this. Alright, and that is the Feast of Bones starter set. And the accessories now. Do you see the size of these? Alright, let's open these first. So these look like standard size dice. You get 20. They're quite lovely. Alright, I need to take off the gloves. I need to feel them. Okay, does it feel like dice? And it's cute. We've got skull face on one side and there's symbol on the other, so I go with that being the 6 and the head being the, or which one would I go? But the other ones are just little fingers. Little bony fingers holding up what numbers they are, which is pretty cute. Do you want the skull being, or this one? I'm thinking, yeah, these got 6 sides there, little spines. So this is what I do for the 6, and that's what I do for the 1s. Really easy to see. Well, let's give it a shot. 3, 2, 5, 1. Very straightforward. Let's see what you got. Remove moving, let's say I got 3+, so wow, that was really fast. Alright, let's try 4+. 4+. 2 6s. Oh, look at all the 6s and all the 1s and 4s. Yeah, that was really easy. 5+. 5, 6, 6. Yeah, it's really easy to separate them. Cool. And they look awesome. Oh, look at that. Now, the Ogor Mawtribes dice. Now, so you saw the size of those ones. Look at the size of these ones. Oh my gosh, they're like an inch, nearly an inch across. Oh my gosh, they're so big. Look at that. Oh, and they're heavy. Look at them. It's a solid dice. What do we have? We've got a big old mouth on one side and a skull on the other, so I guess that would be the 6. Look at the size difference in those dice. Like standard size D6 versus these guys. Massive. Three up. So this was 1 we decided, and 2, and 2. That wasn't bad. And 2+. That's easy. Alright, how about 5+? 1, 2. Yeah, that's not difficult. Easy enough to see right away. 5+ again. 6. Take you out. Cool. Well, that was the Feast of Bones. I do always love when they give us new toys to play with. Well, you know how to reach me. Just hit those buttons and ring that bell, and I'll see you on the field. Happy Halloween!